Atlanta just delivered one of those moments that stops you cold. There's a certain feeling you get when a driver is finally finding their rhythm again, when the speed is back, the confidence is returning, and it looks like a corner is about to be turned. That's exactly the energy surrounding Kyle Busch heading into the Cup race at Atlanta. And then, within a single lap, everything unraveled. This wasn't an ordinary incident. It carried weight, championship weight, personal history, and the kind of frustration that only builds after a long, grinding stretch of tough results. Just 24 hours before the Cup race, Busch had claimed his 68th NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series victory, and that number alone speaks to a career of extraordinary consistency. Coming off that win, the momentum felt real. He started 14th in the Cup race and climbed to 7th by the end of Stage 1. The number 8 Chevrolet was moving, the pace was there, and for the first time in a while, a strong Sunday result seemed genuinely possible. Then came lap 125. Busch himself acknowledged he didn't get a clean exit off turn 2. The car was slightly out of shape, not dangerously so, just not fully gathered. In that moment, a small window opened, and Noah Gragson, running the number 4 car directly behind him, didn't hesitate. Rather than momentarily lifting to give Busch space to correct, Gragson delivered a forceful push that sent Busch spinning across the backstretch and hard into the inside, retaining. The damage was severe. His afternoon ended right there with a 34th place finish, a DNF, and a car being towed to the garage. What made it sting even more is that Gragson once drove for Kyle Busch Motorsports back in 2017 and 2018. So these two are not strangers, and that shared history added a sharp edge to an already painful moment. Busch didn't sugarcoat his reaction, making it clear he felt the contact was completely avoidable and that Gragson had every option to be patient and ensure he was straight before making. The frustration in his words pointed to something broader. A veteran driver who feels that basic respect on super speedway-style tracks is becoming increasingly rare. The good news is that Busch walked away physically fine, cleared by the infield medical team without any issue. But the points damage was very real because he had entered Atlanta 14th in the standings after a 15th place run at Daytona, and after the crash, he fell all the way down to 24th. That is a significant drop this early in a season where every single position counts toward playoff positioning. Meanwhile, the race itself ended in dramatic double overtime, with Tyler Reddick stealing the victory in the closing moments, which was a sharp and painful contrast to the afternoon Kyle Busch had just endured. Busch's Truck Series dominance proves the talent and the drive are absolutely still there, and his early race pace in Atlanta proved the Cup car has genuine speed, but translating that into Cup results has been the puzzle he hasn't yet solved during this stretch of his. And now, layered on top of the performance challenge, there's a tension with another driver that won't quietly disappear, because the next time these two meet at a drafting track, every single interaction between them will draw attention. These are the moments that quietly define entire seasons, and either this fuels a response from a motivated and focused Busch who channels the frustration into results, or the early points deficit turns the road to the playoffs into an uphill climb that gets steeper with every passing week. Atlanta didn't just produce a wreck, it produced a storyline, and how Kyle Busch responds to it will be one of the more compelling threads to follow as this season develops. Was the contact simply hard super speedway racing, or did it cross a line given the shared history between these two drivers? That's a question worth thinking about, and one the NASCAR community will be debating for a while. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're a true NASCAR fan who lives for moments like this, hit that like button and subscribe, because we're building something special here and we'd love to have you along for the